this hearing is concluded. Did you want to speak with our court liaison?
That's about it. I'll just call the clerk and make sure the Zoom meeting set up.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Oh, really quickly. And Mr. Pantera, you said that his balance in total was $1,360?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you. Then this hearing is concluded. Mr. Smith, you are free to hang up.
All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Now calling 24C0775. This is Joe Mar Realty versus Kawana Lee.
Good morning, Your Honor. David Fantera on behalf of the plaintiff.
And Kawana Lee, you can unmute and say your name now.
Kawana Lee.
Okay, thank you. So today is the date and time set for a second hearing in this matter. We did have a prior hearing on March 20th, 2024 that it seems that you failed to appear. Did you have any questions about the PowerPoint presentation regarding your rights?
No, I just want to ask, if I pay everything, will I have to have another court date? Because I'm planning on paying the balance this Friday.
Okay.
Your Honor, may I?
You may.
First of all, Ms. Lee's balance, Your Honor, is $1,120.03. And if she pays that before the 1st, which would be by Sunday, then I'll dismiss the case. If she doesn't pay it, then we come back next week. Then we'd also be asking for April. But the balance is $1,120.03, and if she pays on Friday, I would certainly be dismissing the case.
Okay. So Ms. Lee, what we will do is set the adjourn date for April 3rd at 1:45 in the afternoon. That way, if something happens, if the balance isn't paid in full, you will have that court date and you can work something out at that next date.
Okay.
Okay. So again, that will be April 3rd at 1:45 in the afternoon in person at the 14B District Court. And once again, with the forms, you should have gotten one of these with your first mailing for your first hearing. And again, if you're applying for assistance, it's this DC 539 form.
What was the balance again?
$1,120.03.
All right.
And that was inclusive of court costs, correct, Mr. Pantera?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Lee, was there anything else?
No.
Okay, thank you. Then this hearing is concluded. You are free to sign out of Zoom. Now calling 24C0777. This is Joe Mar Realty versus Tanisha Thompson.
Good morning, Your Honor. David Fantera on behalf of the plaintiff.
Ms. Thompson, can you please unmute and state your name for the record?
Tanisha Thompson.
Thank you very much. So, did you have any questions about the advice of rights presentation?
No.
Okay.
Your Honor, this one's pretty easy, if I may.
Sure.
So Ms. Thompson made a payment of, I think, $965. All she owes is the court costs. She and I spoke yesterday. And so what we were going to do is adjourn this case a week, and I think she's going to pay the $162 either today or tomorrow.
Yes, Your Honor, that's true. I have the money order. I just have to drop it off in the drop box. But I'm at work, so it'll be after hours, but it'll be there tomorrow for sure.
That's fine. As long as it's there by the weekend, you're fine.
Okay.
Okay. In that case, same thing that I told Ms. Lee in the case prior. I'll set this for the adjourn date of April 3rd. That way, if something happens between now and then, you will have a date to work something out. So 1:45 in person, but it sounds like once you drop this off that Mr. Fantera will be dismissing the case.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, then do you have anything else, Mr. Pantera?
I have a 9 o'clock case, and
I meant for this case.
I'm sorry. No, I'm good.
Do you have anything else?
I'm good. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Then this hearing is concluded. You are free to sign out.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you. So, Mr. Farrow, you need to unmute.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm
Yes, Your Honor.
just gonna call him because it's this is Pantera. Okay. Okay. Were you able to hear the advice of rights presentation?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. And with your court paperwork, you should have received one of these. No, I didn't call the case. It would help if I called the case. There we go. 243-0832. This is Red Shield Rentals LLC versus John Farrow. Appearances, please, Mr. Pantera.
David Fantera on behalf of the plaintiff.
Okay, thank you. And Mr. Farrow, state your name for the record.
John Farrow.
Okay, thank you. Picking up where we left off, you should have one of these from your court paperwork. It does have the advice of rights on the back. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and if you are applying for rental assistance, the form is called a DC 539, and it's saying that you applied for rental assistance. Okay? So you will need to get that into the court as soon as possible. We would need it by Monday, if that is something that you're doing. Okay?
I can do that. I can do that in the next hour, ma'am.
Okay, sounds good. Then, if you don't have any questions about your rights or any of that, what I am going to do is adjourn this to April 3rd. So that is next Wednesday. That will be at 2 in the afternoon in person. And I just lost him again. There he is. Okay, Mr. Farrow. Yeah. Okay, Mr. Farrow. So you're muted.
I'm sorry. Sorry about that, Your Honor.
That's okay. Just keep your camera off. We'll see if that helps. We're almost done. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so April 3rd, 2 p.m. in person at 14B. Okay,
Can I contact the clerk to get Zoom?
you certainly can. Okay, and Mr. Fantera, the balance as you have it.
$1,537.
Okay,
And that includes court costs.
thank you.
Ma'am, Your Honor, can I do a Zoom meeting?
Yeah, call the court clerks, although given your connection issues, I don't.
Okay, you're right.
expect
Yeah,
that.
okay, so I'll get the paperwork sent to me, April 3rd.
Yes. How about I put you in with the court liaison so that you can talk to her a little bit more? Okay? Because I'm not sure how much of this you actually heard. Can you send him the invitation to the breakout room? Thank you. Okay, and Amy, can you unmute for a second? She already went to the breakout room. Okay, Mr. Farrow, there should be an invitation to a breakout room. Please accept it. No, he didn't. There he is. Maybe. I just moved him. Sorry. There. You should have an invitation to the breakout room. Join the breakout room, please.
Your Honor, it's gonna be one of those days. Did you get that feeling?
Hush.
Huh?
I said hush, Mr. Fantera.
We can hope not, right? Thank you, Your Honor. I think that's all for me today.
Yes, I think it is. I don't know what we're going to do with Mr. Farrow, but I think you're free to leave at this point.
All right, you have a great day, Your Honor.
Thank you, you too. Mr. Farrow, join the breakout room.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Farrow, you're not connected. No, we'll just wait for him to connect it. Sorry, Amy. Mr. Farrow is having many connection issues. So I think we're just going to have him call the court. Now calling case number 24C0828. This is Xiaoming Bian versus Lakaya Washington and Leslie Lee. Appearances for the record, starting with the plaintiff, please.
Good morning, this is a plaintiff, Your Honor, and my name is Xiaoming Bian.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, Your Honor, and my name is Leslie Lee.
Okay, thank you. Will Lakaya Washington be joining us?
No, she will not.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Were you able to see the entire advice of rights presentation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, do you have any questions about that?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, and once again, since I hold this up for everybody, you should have gotten one of these with your court paperwork. Okay.
Yes.
And again, if you are applying for rental assistance, it is the DC 539 form. Okay.
Yes.
And that would need to be in by Monday. Okay. I will be adjourning this to April 3rd. That will be next Wednesday at 2 in the afternoon in person at the 14B District Court, and that will be before Judge Washington. And Mr. Bien, the balance as you have it, please.
Including water bill or not? Can I
I will
can I
pay.
add?
The water bill will be paid on the 3rd.
Okay, so not including the water bill is $2,687.22. 2687.22.
Okay. $2,687.22 is what you have.
Yes, including port fee,
Okay.
everything, yeah.
Okay. And did you hear that, Ms. Lee?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Leslie, she informed me she will move out on April 3rd. Is that still the case, Leslie?
I'm still moving. It's going to be a little longer than probably April 3rd. It probably will be until the end of that week, and I'll be totally done. But I would still want to come to court because I have other issues that I need to address with the judge. So, because my daughter shouldn't even really be on the lease.
Is she on the lease or do you mean on the court case?
No, he has her. My husband recently abandoned me and my foster child. And
Okay. I'm gonna,
so it's, yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like it's, okay. So
Mhm.
that's all something that can be addressed at the hearing next week.
Yes.
I just wanted to make sure that I was understanding you clearly. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So
Mhm.
at this point then, you have your next court date next Wednesday, April 3rd, 2 in the afternoon, in person at 14B. If you don't have any questions for the court, either party, then you are free to sign out of Zoom.
That's 2:00, right?
Correct. 2 in the afternoon.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. And Mr. Bien, that was your only case, correct?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you. I do. That was the attorney? So he's the plaintiff. We don't have Friedman and we don't have Levine, so I don't know if you want to send them an email or something, because. Okay, that works. Okay. Now calling, here we. Here's 9:30. So now calling case number 24C0829. This is Hesham Abed versus Tammy Sloan. Mr. Abed, you need to unmute. There we go. Can you state your name for the record, please?
Hisham Abed, and my manager Nazar Jaxi next to me.
Okay, thank you very much. Today is the date and time set for a first hearing in this non-payment of rent case. I am not seeing anyone labeled as Tammy Sloan in the courtroom or in the waiting room, nor any resident of 4785 Munger Road, number 9. I do see that service was by posting. There was no second mailing. Therefore, this matter will be adjourned 1 week to April 3rd. And that will be at 8:30 in the morning over Zoom in front of me.
Can we do it in person, Your Honor?
No, so my hearings are just over Zoom. Okay, if this person appears at the hearing next week over Zoom, then the hearing following that will be in person in front of the judge.
Okay, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, if this person does not appear for the hearing next week, then they'll be defaulted at that point. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, if you don't have any questions for the court, then this hearing is concluded. You are free to sign out of Zoom.
Do we have the Zoom number?
That'll go out on the notice of hearing, and actually it should be the same one that you used today. Okay. Do you have the balance for this person?
Yes, 3,300 just for rent, then 1,600 for utilities.
Okay.
So $4,655 total. That's okay.
Okay. And court costs?
Plus the court cost. I don't know it.
And هذا التوتال fee.
Okay.
We have damages also. So the total with the damages, $8,326.
Okay. So okay. This was filed as a non-payment of rent case, and there was no personal service. So I see that you requested a money judgment. I will say that without personal service, if this is defaulted, you're not getting a money judgment. You should consult an attorney if you have questions about that. Okay.
For the damage.
Just for the money judgment at all.
Oh.
Okay. But I can't give you legal
Okay.
advice, so you would want to consult with an attorney. Okay.
Is it possible to give me the attorney who was on, David Bantera, his phone number?
You can Google him. Okay. So
Oh,
That's my last name.
how do you spell his last name? How do you spell his last name, please?
Fantera. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. This hearing's concluded. You are free to sign out of Zoom.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, Mr. Thompson, thank you for your patience. Give me a moment while I look something up because the attorney for the plaintiff is not here. Okay.
Okay.
Were you able to see the PowerPoint presentation for the advice of
Yes.
rights? Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
Your Honor.
Good. Okay. Then give me a moment, please. I'm gonna
Okay.
turn off my camera for a second, but
All right.
we haven't got you. All right.
Yep, no problem, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you. Been dismissed. They didn't give us according to her. Okay. Is that right? No dismissal paperwork. Good morning, Mr. Friedman.
Good morning.
Now calling case number 24C0844. This is Village Estates MHP versus James Thompson and Sierra Thompson. Appearances for the record, starting with Mr. Friedman.
Ellis Friedman for the plaintiff.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Thompson, can you please unmute and state your name for the record? There you go. You need to unmute.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm James Thompson.
Okay, thank you very much. So, as I'm sure you have seen several times at this point, you should have gotten one of these in with your court
Yes, Your
paper.
Honor.
Excellent. And again, DC 539, if you are applying for rental assistance, you'll need to fill this out and get it into the court by Monday. Okay?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Do you have any questions about any of that?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Then this is being adjourned to April 3rd, 2024. That will be at 2 in the afternoon in person.
At 2
before
o'clock?
Yes.
Okay. And I have a question, Your Honor. How can I get my daughter taken off this lease? I've done ask the landlord to take her off several times because she had moved out last March.
A year ago. Okay.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
that's something that I would suggest speaking with Mr. Friedman about.
Okay.
Between now and the next court date. Okay.
All right.
I cannot give you any sort of legal advice. So,
All right.
okay. Mr. Friedman, the balance as you have it, please.
2271 in rent, 241 in costs for 2512.
That's
Okay.
incorrect, Mr. Friedman.
Well, we can talk about it later. We're not going to litigate the case this morning. This is not the time or place.
Okay.
So you can
All right.
contact the office if you'd like to.
Where
Or
may your office be?
my office is on the paperwork you've got there.
All right.
You can contact my office if you have a dispute about the rent, but we're not going to discuss it right now.
All right. No problem.
And yes, Mr. Thompson, I will note, Mr. Friedman is correct. If you need to discuss it, you can do it between now and the next hearing. You are also free to speak with an attorney for yourself. And then the next hearing will be in front of the judge in person, so things can be addressed at that next hearing as well.
All
Okay.
right.
And
Yep,
I
thank
do
you, Your Honor.
Mr. Friedman's address and phone number are on the court paperwork, so you should have that as well. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. If you have any sort of documentation, bring that with you to the next hearing as well.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome. If you don't have anything else, Mr. Friedman, if you don't have anything else, then
No, thank you. Sorry for the confusion this morning. They sent me the wrong link.
okay. I will note that for my Wednesday, Mr. Thompson, you are free to sign out of Zoom. Mr. Friedman, my Zoom ID for the landlord-tenant hearings on Wednesday mornings does not change. So it's
not on your end, Your Honor.
letting you know. It is the same one. Okay, so you are also free to go. I think that was your only.
Thank you. Have a good day.
So now calling case number 24C0812. This is Beal Properties LLC versus Richard Wilson, and this matter has apparently been dismissed by the plaintiff. And that concludes the docket.
Your Honor, before you sign out, I wanted to ask, since you are on vacation next, sorry.